These are two teams who finished last year in very different ways, didn't they? But both of them had their own reasons for optimism.
Yeah, look, these are two giant clubs that are expected to be challenging for titles. And yes, Arsenal have gotten back to being close, but can they get over that Man City hurdle? And then Manchester United with their worst finish in the league since the 89-90 season. So a lot to prove with Ten Hag's men to get back up, at least to be contenders.
Yeah. These two rivals in red as this tour is being built. Of course, only one of them can wear red today. Manchester United in the changed dark blue. United will be going from right to left on your screens as Andre Onana gets his first touch. United still riding high on the fumes of that unexpected FA Cup final victory, but an early chance here for Arsenal.
If they hold on just a little longer, make a couple little changes and see if he can turn it around, because it started so promising and then obviously last season didn't go anywhere near as well as the Manchester United faithful hoped for, but they're starting the season with a little bit of faith. And you and I were talking about when we were on the pitch earlier that we felt it was going to play a little bit slow. And so far we've seen a couple balls not quite hit their mark. And there it was a pretty strong challenge with that short pass.
Yeah, it's grass laid over turf here at SoFi Stadium. Mason Mount, another looking to hit the reset button perhaps. Maguire allows him to meet the cross. Here's Waneri. Nicely done by Arsenal. Waneri, good save! The offside flag would have rendered it meaningless, but Ethan Waneri breaking through.
Yeah, it was a great bit of sustained pressure from Arsenal to then recycle 2 or 3 chances, and you know, eventually you can just see there pretty clearly just drifted into an offside position, but Onana didn't know that. Still strong right hand to come up with a big save.
It's always at this part of the preseason, Casey, an intriguing mix, isn't it, between established and regular first teamers and the young up-and-comers, and Ethan Waneri certainly fits the bill.
He does, and those are those opportunities you have to take.
Good opportunities. Højlund trying to fashion one for himself. He's done really well here. Rasmus Højlund has scored! Some Danish dynamite from Højlund, and Manchester United are off and running in LA.
Well, it's a pretty simple ball. Eventually, it's a ball out of the back that just leads through. So it's a nice. Rashford just clips the ball in, and Højlund one-on-one with young Aiden Heaven, and Højlund just shows just not a big body, but I thought Heaven did a really good job of forcing him to an awkward angle. But Hein just can't quite get his legs closed fast enough, and Højlund opens the scoring. I'm sure a decent amount of the young players on both teams will then end up being loaned out to different clubs for sections of the season.
Yeah. Hamas was on the bench a couple of times last season, including in that
tough challenge, Adrian, from Casemiro. Yeah. You and I have talked about the games we've been calling in this preseason where they haven't been shy of tackles, and once again, this is just a little awkward. Casemiro just, I think, undercuts Odegaard, and he just hits awkwardly. Wasn't a whole lot in it, but sometimes you just land a particular way.
Yeah, and now it's Arsenal's fans' turn to hold their breath a little bit as Mikel Arteta looks on. Martin Odegaard was just so instrumental in everything Arsenal did last year. So often the pulse and the metronome of the team. It's an awkward landing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't initially a really big challenge. You could see Casemiro doesn't even follow through. It just catches him a tiny bit while he's in the air, and then rule number 1,
Ben White joining now.
Yeah, Ben White was kind of drifting into that far post. Was open if he had been found, but
Trossard. Flank stays down, and Gabriel Jesus profits from it, and Arsenal have their equaliser. Well, it's always spicy between these two teams, Casey, no matter the venue.
Yeah, Arsenal had just come off creating that very good chance with that turn from Jesus, and then this time as it kind of gets back recycled, I think the line of Manchester United just gets a little bit disjointed as it comes back in. There's a call for offside that you could see on this right-hand side. Harry Amos was just adrift. Manchester United to play the ball long.
Now Trossard making waves, but meeting resistance, stern resistance from Eriksen, but Arsenal have it back. Nice layoff, Trossard again available. Great save. Onana at full stretch. Gabriel Martinelli. We mentioned Rashford in the first half, and Gabriel Jesus Martinelli maybe in the same category. He's danced away from Scanlon there. Martinelli's cross! And right at the pivotal moments, Christian Eriksen intervened. I think Kai Havertz thought he had a free header there.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a combination between Sam Murray and Christian Eriksen just doing enough, but what a change of pace. Martinelli just takes his time, waits for the runs to come, puts a nice ball in, and yeah, Christian Eriksen, and then Murray just sliding in from behind, but just does enough and gets a touch on it through academies. And
Nicholas to Partey as the attack breaks down. Now Martinelli. Oh, Martinelli did really well! Gabriel Martinelli exploding into life. He looked like a man on a mission there, and he's given Arsenal the lead with 10 minutes to go.
But I'm going to give Johnny Evans a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. As that ball comes through and Martinelli, it comes off him. We'll see on the replay. I'm really wondering if Evans could have come through and had a hard challenge. And maybe it was a situation where he says, you know what, in preseason, I'm not going to put this challenge in. Like right there. Oh, I guess it was Fish. Let's see. Is there a challenge to be had? You see where he just laid off a little bit. You wonder, is that or did he just not get close enough? Or was he just looking away enough? But it looked like it was there to be won, Adrian. And
Eriksen's corner, still up for grabs. Slice. Oh, and Hayne couldn't get there. But well, that's something you'd see in a Rams game here on a punt return, maybe.
He finds it funny, like I found it funny, because there was no question from minute one. Watch this hit. Nobody's watching the ball. Bam! Let's hit the goalkeeper first, and if he doesn't hit it, someone else will.
It's like he called for a fair catch, Casey, and they just plowed into him.
It never hurts to stay still on at least one of them.
Havertz, and Onana reached up a big paw and clawed it away via the post. Straight ahead this time. It's Martinelli, and again. Onana's frustrated. He's gone that way every time.
Well, and he keeps pointing. Hey, I'm going this way.
This penalty shootout for Manchester United. It is Jadon Sancho who must convert here. And Sancho does just that. United win the battle, but they lost the war, Casey.
Yep. Really, overall, just a really good match, played with good spirit.